Hi there, welcome to Football Everyday. In the studio with me, we've got the usual Football Everyday crew, Daryl Go and Ian Yee.
How's it going, man?
Today is an off day and we've gotten back some lovely sleep that we've been missing throughout the tournament, but I tell you what, it's been well worth it because this World Cup has delivered on all counts. Now guys, it's been amazing. Tons of goals, late ones, shocks, drama, controversy. Now Daryl, mate, what has been the most appealing factor of this World Cup for you so far?
Well, I guess it's the fact that you basically cannot switch off the television. I mean, even at the 80th minute or whatever, I mean, it's like there's always late drama. That's for me is World Cup 2014.
Yeah,
late drama.
You know, it's not a World Cup without this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, mate, you know, watching the so-called smaller, lesser fancy teams, I'm referring to the likes of USA, Algeria, Costa Rica. You know, come and surprise everyone. Even the middle tier ones like Mexico, Colombia. Now, have you enjoyed watching these kind of teams step up?
That totally. It's been amazing, especially for Costa Rica, up against Holland.
Who would have thought?
Oh man, yeah, that's gonna be amazing. I think it's great because this World Cup, everybody seems to be just going at each other. All teams have been very positive. Nobody's been like sitting back, maybe except the Greeks. But even then, there's something to be admired about the Greeks and the way they play.
The Greeks, they were resilient, but you know, I mean, when they had to score, they did it. But mate, Daryl, you know, this World Cup has also seen the rise of like star players, you know, stepping up, and that, you know, the likes of Robin, Muller, Neymar. Messi finally, you know, finding his club form at international level, as well as some bright young talents coming to the fore as well. You know, I mean, I can name Origi. I love this guy's name, Divock Origi. I mean, with a name like that, you gotta be a good player. But you know, your man James Rodriguez.
I mean, it's been a fantastic World Cup for all these young players. I mean, every team has like a little shining star in there. Except for, well, one of my favorite teams, England. Rooney was terrible.
Well, Ross Barkley didn't quite have the opportunity to do it. But, you know...
but I mean, what you're saying was correct. I mean, like, fantastic young players.
You know, I love that guy, Sofyan Feghouli. Now, Ian, mate, you know, besides young players coming to the fore and star players stepping up, it's not a proper World Cup without your usual dose of shocks and drama and a bit of controversy as well. Yeah. And this World Cup has had a few, but which one has been the one for you headline-wise, mate?
I think I would have to go with Holland-Spain. I think that was it laid down a good marker for what was to come. So I think that was great. That just set the tone. I think all the other teams were like, you know what, if you're positive, if you go for it, you know, anything can happen. And I think even though a lot of people were talking about the death of tiki-taka and Spain being in decline, nobody saw that coming. That was just fantastic. Fantastic game.
Brilliant. Yeah. You know, Daryl, you know, that was a footballing headline, but we've also had some other really nice developments, for me anyway. You know, some nice additions to the rules that, you know, we've been asking for. I'm talking about goal line technology being introduced, the cooling break, the spray can. Now, all this kind of stuff only good for the game, though.
Well, I mean, the shaving cream thing is fantastic. I mean, basically, there's no arguments. You basically get behind the line. Yeah. And that's, I mean, I hope they take it back to Europe and, I mean, around the world. That's a South American thing, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yep. And the cooling breaks, I guess you probably just stay in South America. It's not going to travel, that one. Because
one gets the impression that's really a test for Qatar, right? You know?
Yeah.
But what about goal line technology there, Ian? I mean, we've been harping on about this for ages, and they've always told us, it take too long, right?
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, it's been brilliant, right?
Yeah, I think so. There were a couple of times where it kind of got people confused, but I think, you know, it's a cost you got to bear in order to have a fair decision. So why not wait for that couple of seconds? No biggie, right? It's been great.
So you know, let's hope that it becomes a staple of our game. But our last word on headlines, that man Suarez again. You know, in 2010 it was the hand of God Part 2. This time round, it's hungry Italian meals and all that.
Well, I guess it's a very strange one with Suarez because I mean, like the whole country was behind him, defending him, and then he comes out with a little apology, admitting and basically Uruguay is kind of quiet about the apology. I mean, it's kind of like, I hope this is a forgotten episode. You know, I mean, this World Cup has to move on.
Brilliant stuff.
It has moved on.
Well, it's the last word from Mr. Luis Suarez there for at least 4 months anyway. Well, we're going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the quarterfinals, you know. So keep it right here on Football Every Day.
All in or nothing. It's a battle cry, a call to arms. The only way to live, the only way to play. It fuels them into battle. They step onto the field wearing war paint, unleashing speed, energy and control, bearing the marks of those that know there is only one way. Hunt or be hunted, fear or be feared, evolve or die. Black or white.
Hello there, welcome back to Football Everyday. I tell you what, tomorrow night, midnight, that's when the serious stuff starts in this World Cup. We're of course talking about the last 8, the quarterfinals. Squeaky bum time if you're Alex Ferguson. Now, Daryl made down to the last 8, and it looks like a really interesting group of games. Now, who would have thought the likes of Costa Rica and Belgium would be there vying for a spot in the final for me? I know Belgium are all hip and stuff, but you know, pedigree-wise, they're not really up there with the greats. So.
Well, I mean, Belgium's been fantastic in terms of Mark Wilmot's substitution plans. And he's basically thrown on the winners with every real substitution he has throughout the games. And they've been consistent, but I mean, as you said, I think they'll be undone by Argentina.
Yeah, I mean, you got a very interesting little stat there. The last time Belgium actually beat Argentina was back when, Daryl?
Well, during the Game of Thrones, you said 1982, 82 World Cup. Basically, it was a group stage game. Belgium won 1-0.
Fantastic stuff. Well, you know, if you're alive during that time, that is a long time ago. Well, you know, history may well repeat itself. But Ian, mate, I am really interested about Holland versus Costa Rica. Now, I've got a very soft spot for Costa Rica. I wish Everton's Brian Ovidio had made that squad. They would have been even more brilliant than they are now. Now, how impressed have you been with this lot? And do you think they can do Robin and co?
Yeah, I think they've been fantastic. Again, it comes back down to the positivity. They've characterized the positivity of this World Cup. Everybody's going for it. Don't know whether it's with something to do with being in Brazil. The crowd is just calling for attacking football. So they've been great. But I have a funny feeling that this will be the stage where they come undone, you know? Sad as it may be, but I think Van Gaal is going to have his game plan. So far, he's been proven to be very pragmatic. No talk about total football. He's distancing themselves away from that. We got to attack for the sake of attacking.
Is a hallmark of this new Dutch side.
That too, you know. So they're very pragmatic. They go for the win. They go for the jugular, and I think that's going to be when Costa Rica gets finished off.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Daryl, just quickly, you you talked about 1982, mate. There was no better game in the '82 World Cup than France versus Germany,
yep,
mate,
I remember.
right?
I've always remember that one. I mean, it was basically one of those games where I was rooting for France, and basically,
yeah, man, that's some
unfortunately they got undone.
Stuff right there.
West Germany back then. There was no Germany, and they were not unified yet.
Yeah,
this is going to be a cracker of a game. I mean, who I thought France basically in the last World Cup were all shambles. Basically, they got the act together. The Shams, who basically Eric Cantona once called the water carrier.
Yeah. He's not carrying any water now.
In a good way, maybe.
He's carrying cups. Well, funny you mentioned the French because, prior to the tournament, no one actually fancied the French at all. Now, Ian, mate, I mean, they've come up and surprised everyone. I mean, did you expect France to sort of sort everything out domestically, internally, and then do
Evra also, man. Evra's been like role model.
Yeah. I think nothing beats talent. When you've got talent like Griezmann, Valbuena, Pogba, I mean, you can't go too wrong. You just got to make sure that you set up a good platform for them, keep things steady, consistent, and let them do what they do best. So Deschamps has come in and done exactly that. That's how he was as a player as well, right? He's just going on his business quietly, being efficient, effective. So he's done the same thing with his team, and look at the results, man.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, Daryl, quickly, of course, there's Brazil and Colombia now. We've not been so impressed with Brazil here on Football Every Day. We're more Colombia, state of mind. And a quick word about your favorite team in the World Cup, mate.
Well, I mean, it's basically built as a blockbuster. Neymar is basically, tipped to be fit for this game. So basically, it'll be James Rodriguez against Neymar. I mean, but it might be really
That's
somewhat.
like King Kong versus Godzilla, isn't it?
Yep. And well, as you know, it's going to be really, really. It's one of those games where the referee has to be like on his toes.
Yeah.
And I've been looking at. It's going to be a penalty shootout on that one.
Okay. Well, you
And
know,
Brazilian penalties, dodgy.
dodgy. Well, all will be revealed. I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, we're going to get into those games in more detail on tomorrow's show. But for now, we want to give our contest a big shout out. Yes, indeed, Adidas merchandise up for grabs. You want to lay your hands on a pair of latest Adidas Battle Pack footwear. All you have to do is send in a photo or video selfie or video of yourself and your pals enjoying the World Cup. Send it to football@thestar.com.my, or alternatively tweet us at switchup.tv. Thank you very much. We've had some great entries come in. Thank you very much, Miss Ling Ni and Miss Angel Leong, for your very excellent photographs. And also we've got a great video from Patrick, who sent a video of himself and his pals performing some football freestyle at a recent event at Sunway Lagoon. Now these guys are actually a group of professional football freestyle team. You should try out for these guys now. Anyway, these guys are hoping to score some of our Adidas Battle Pack footwear. Check them out. Fantastic stuff, and nothing we can't do ourselves here on Football Everyday. Very impressive stuff, lads. Keep those contest entries coming in. Until next time, you've been watching Football Everyday.